So, you guys all know about Dragon Ball Legends. If you've watched my channel at all within the past week or so, you definitely know what Dragon Ball Legends is now if you haven't before. This game has a lot of premium units. Like, they have a bunch of Ultras, a bunch of LFs. It's a lot. With all of the units they do have, there's also a plethora of characters that they have yet to add to the game as a premium unit. For those who don't know, a premium unit is a Legends Limited, or LF as most of the community calls it, or an Ultra. There are many LFs that have been expected or wanted by the community for a really long time, and we've only recently gotten them. Or as I like to say, characters that deserve LFs. Like how Zamasu recently got an LF, Kefla recently got an LF, Saiyan Saga Goku recently got an LF. There's also a handful of characters that, what the hell, why did they get an Ultra LF but not this character? Like, for example, Ultra Turles was such an unexpected release, but he was still really good, so people summoned. Ultra Janemba was a random release that nobody really cared for, but he was still broken. So today, I'm going to go through 6 characters that I personally think should be in the game, or should have already been in the game, but for whatever reason, they haven't been added to the game yet. Again, you may or may not agree with me here, because this is just my opinion on units that I personally think should have already been added to the game, or should be added to the game. And I'm going to be making my own custom, character, icons. I'm just going to be using random colors. So, for whatever colors, it shouldn't really be specified. And I will go into things that I think the units should have. I will not be going into full kits and stuff, because I don't have time for that. So yeah. And because of everything else I just said, I will not be adding side banners. I will only be going to the main banner unit. Now that everything's out of the way, let's get started to the first unit that I think that should be added. And that is LF Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Specifically from Resurrection F. For whatever reason, Tani's too much of a pussy to make a Super Saiyan Blue Goku an LF. You have Blue Bros and Fusing Gogeta Blue. And the Goku's a tag in them, but he's not a standalone unit. I know that those two are both Broly movie, but I think that we should get Resurrection F Goku as an LF, because Resurrection F is not really prominent in the game, at all. The last Resurrection F unit, correct me if I'm wrong, was Ultra Golden Frieza. I think the next time they do, a movie celebration, they should really consider doing a Resurrection F LF Goku. That would be nice. And while we're on the topic of Blue Gokus, we should also add LF Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken to the mix. Specifically from Champa Saga, because the only premium Champa Saga unit is Ultra Hit. Same case as Blue Goku. Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken only has the Ultra and the Sparking. And the tag with Evolution Vegeta. He doesn't have any standalone LF units. And I think that they should fix that eventually. But considering that they just did a whole Unirep celebration with LF Kefla, LF Evolution Vegeta, that unit, I don't think an LF Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken is coming anytime soon. But yeah, LF Resurrection F Blue Goku was the main focus of this section that I wanted to highlight. I added Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken as a bonus because he also does not yet have an LF. Unit number 2, we have Synchro Gauge LF Tag Goku Black and Zamasu. We've been long overdue for a Tag Goku Black and Zamasu, and I think a Synchro Gauge unit would be a really, really good way to reintroduce them. Other than that old assist unit that released a long time ago, that ancient unit. Yeah, that one. We need a remaster. If they can make a Tag Kale and Caulifla, then they can make one of Goku Black and Zamasu. And making it Synchro Gauge would be even better. We have 2 LF Goku Blacks, 2 LF merged Zamasus, but we don't have a single LF version of regular Zamasu. He's only ever gotten as high as the Sparking. And I think we should fix that with a Synchro Gauge unit. There are currently only 2 Synchro Gauge units in the whole game. People have wanted an in-game fusing mechanic for years, and we only just got it last year. I feel like Tani forgets that they even exist. Tani, what the actual fuck, man? Like, where are we getting another Synchro Gauge unit? I know people wouldn't want a Synchro Gauge Zamasu as much as they'd want like a Synchro Gauge Vegito Blue or a Synchro Gauge Super Gogeta or a Synchro Gauge Kefla. But hey, Zamasu's pretty underrated. Fused Zamasu only has 4 units in the game, which is the free-to-play, the old Purple Sparking, and the 2 LFs. Compared to Vegito, who has like triple that. You could make that same argument for Kefla too, but then again, we literally just got an LF version of her, so I don't think we'd be getting something new of Kefla for at least another year. And unit number 3, the last LF I'm going to be talking about that I would like to see, is an LF Golden Frieza. Another Resurrection F unit, people. I know that I already made a LF Resurrection F Blue Goku, but come on. The last Resurrection F unit we've gotten is a year old. And we barely get any Resurrection F representation in the game. Come on now. I think an LF Golden Frieza would be nice, and we could give him like something broken or special, like indestructible or something, and give the Blue Goku Reviver comeback. At this point, I'm literally making Legends' game for them. But yeah, that's the final LF I'm going to be talking about. Now we're moving on to the Ultras. The standards for making Ultra units are a lot higher, and I'm actually thinking outside of the box for this one. I'm not going to do ones that literally everyone is talking about, like how everyone wants an Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Goku. At the time of me making this video, we're about to get an Ultra SSJ4 Vegeta. So, yeah, GT's already getting buffed, so I won't be making any units about them. So, unit number 4, the first Ultra unit, will be an Ultra Orange Piccolo. I mainly made this one because Piccolo doesn't really have that much representation in the game. He only has 3 premium units, and all of them are ass. And since this game loves buffing superheroes so much by glazing the fuck out of Beast Gohan, I think that an Ultra Orange Piccolo would fit perfectly in the game. I think that something that would make him stand out in particular is to give him like a counter or something. Mainly like a blue card counter like how Rathan has one. Or just give him a counter gauge, just like how my Glorious King Gogeta Blue and most other Ultras have one. But yeah, we've been long overdue for a new Piccolo unit, specifically an Ultra version, because there's no way that Beast Gohan has 3 premium units and he does 2 moves and has 5 minutes of screen time. But yet Piccolo has carried the majority of Dragon Ball and he only has 2 premium units. Unbelievable. Speaking of units that have been long overdue for a unit, the next Ultra unit I'm talking about is an Ultra Super Broly. DBS Broly only has 1 premium unit, and it was released way back in 2020, and we haven't really gotten a new DBS Broly since. We really need one, and I think the only logical way to get one is an Ultra. I feel like they should give him endurance and make him really tanky if they really want something good of him. Because when they released Ultra Z Broly, he was kind of underpowered on release. So I think they should try and learn from those mistakes and fix it with DBS Broly as an Ultra. And then give him like a unique cover change like they did with Z Broly. And then give this Broly like multiple ultimates or something. This last unit doesn't necessarily have to be an Ultra. In fact, it could go either way. It could be an Ultra or an LF. But this guy has been long overdue for a new unit. Like, for a very long time. And that is Super Buu. The only Super Buu units we have are the Year 1 Sparking, the Extreme, and the free-to-play one. All of them are shit. Like, I'm starting to think that Tani has a personal hatred towards Super Buu. Like, he's one of the coolest and most beloved Dragon Ball villains, like, ever. And he hardly has any representation in the game. Like, Super Buu fans are, like, non-existent at this point. Like, they've just been sitting here waiting for so long for Super Buu to get a unit, and he hasn't gotten one. If anyone watching happens to be a Super Buu fan, and they also happen to play Dragon Ball Legends, are you good? Like, you're probably one of the most patient people I know, if that's the case. Like, if you need a hug, I'm here for you. Because holy shit. But anyway, yeah. those are the six, well, 7 units that I wanted to talk about that need an LF or Ultra. What do you think of my list? If you don't agree with any of them, comment down below which units that you think should be in the game. There are many other units that I would like to talk about, but I'm only talking about the top 6 that I really would like to see. Because I really like all these characters, and the fact that they don't have LFs or Ultras yet is kind of sad. So that's the end. Okay, bye!